Hello there, welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today, I'm going to show you how to draw the Riddler from Batman the Animated Series. So come on, let's get started. Alright guys, like I said, we're going to be drawing the Riddler from Batman the Animated Series as designed by Bruce Timm. We're going to be using some model sheets for this, but we're also going to be using this amazing piece of reference. This is a book that was published back in '99. You can still find it online. It's called Batman Animated. It's written by Paul Dini and Chip Kidd, and it is the most amazing piece of reference for the Batman Animated Series. It not only has concept sketches, background paintings, but it also has some really cool storyboard sketches and a lot of really good reading material on how they created this iconic series. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the spread on the Riddler for our inspiration for the sketch. Now, if you're interested in getting your hands on this book for yourself, it can be found online. I have an Amazon link in the description. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to establish the Riddler's head shape. So it's an egg shape. I start with the circle. I give it that little jaw line there. Halfway down will be the eye line. Halfway down between the eye line and the chin will be where the nose will go. And the mouth kind of stays right up underneath it. We give him a good sized chin under that. Now, why am I rushing through that? Well, we have to figure out how tall to make the character. He is about 5.5 heads tall. So what we're going to do, and I'm only going to do this kind of accurately for the sake of this video here. So we've got math. Let's see. He's right about there. Okay, so this is going to be how tall he is. This is where his jacket will rest. He is wearing a suit, so I want to make sure that I have plenty of space in here, and I figure out that suit right now. So let's dive into the face before we go too far here. So we've got the head shape roughly, right? We're going to refine it as we go in. So we've got his eye line here, and Riddler has these two bowl shapes for eyes because he's staring down at Batman. So this really represents his brow. And he's wearing a mask that only covers his eyes. And it follows the shape of the eyes, like so. Okay. Now from there, we're going to give him his nose. He has a bulbous nose, but when you look at it straight on, it's like a candy cane or a fish hook. And now let's give him a cocky smile. He thinks he got one over on Batman. So we do that right there. And let's give him a little teeth. And just a hint of a lower lip, just like that. Now that we have that, I can see that I didn't give him a big enough chin. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from that lip line, and we're going to define a squared off jaw shape like this. And we're going to give him a good strong jaw. Just like that. He needs ears to hold up that mask. And because he's looking downward, that nose is going to be lower than those ears. And let's see some hair here. Now, why am I not drawing any higher? Well, because he wears a bowler hat. It's a rounded hat, and it has a purple band around it. And then we give it that brim that it needs. It's a bowler hat, so it's just going to look like this. It's not going to get too crazy. So let's figure out the jacket. His shoulders will come out about a head width out. Okay, so got it right here. And I'm just going to measure from the middle of his chin, the middle of his head, to the end of his shoulder. And there we have it. In this sketch, his hands are resting on his cane. And his cane will come down right about here. But let's move our way down here. So we know where his shoulders are. I'm just going to lightly sketch in, just like so. About halfway between his head and his shoulder is going to be where the waist of his jacket will rest. And we're just going to bell that in like this. Draw a line upward here, a little more than halfway. And then we're going to draw a Y shape, just like that. It's a curved Y because he's wearing a suit coat. That'll bow out a little bit. I'm going to give him a lapel to his jacket here. And now that we have that in, we're going to draw in his tie. Now you'll notice I'm not drawing in a shirt collar. I'm not drawing in anything else here, because with this series they go minimalistic. And what you will notice if you check out this episode, this particular scene, they painted the background and the character on black paper. They wanted it to look like he was in a dark room, so they basically just highlighted over the black paper, including the character. And when they needed the character to speak, that was cell animation on top of a blank face, which was very controversial at the time. The industry told Bruce Timm that he couldn't do it. He asked them why not, and did it anyway, and the critics loved it. Okay, so we have this in. This is all black. Let's give him his pocket square. Now, I am confident enough to throw in, we've got the cane, and then we have hands on top of the cane. And then we'll connect those hands to some arms. So we've got the shoulder of the jacket, like this. We know his arm goes here. We'll throw in a sleeve opening here. And then we'll connect. This will be a straight line. I'm going to throw in that wrinkle right here. And then this will hint at an elbow and will come up. Give him a little bit of a wrinkle there. On this side, if we have the hand here like this, then his other arm will be like this. Jacket. Elbow, jacket, and there we are.
Well, well. Bat something or other, isn't it? Who invited you? You know what happens to gate crashers? They have to match wits with the Riddler.
Okay, so I'm confident enough with the upper part of this character. Now we just got to throw in the legs and the feet. I already had an idea of where the feet were going to end when I drew in that dash, so I know my proportions are going to look okay. So Riddler's going to have a wide stance. His pants are going to meet here. Riddler has very skinny legs. He is not very physical. That's why he has henchmen, and he uses his riddles to confound the police so that he can get away with his crimes. So we have our legs in place. Okay, so now we got to give him his cane. Now, if you check out the episode, he doesn't have his question mark cane yet. We're going to exaggerate it a little bit because I like the look of it better when it's exaggerated. All right, and now I'm ready to put his hands over the cane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down into simple shapes. So we've got one hand, and the fingers are going to go over it like this. And then I'm going to divide it up into fourths. And now I'm going to go over it with the other hand. Yeah, let's lighten that a little bit. I was trying to show above the rest of the sketch, but it's no good if you can't erase those lines. Okay. All right, now the other hand is going to rest on top of the underhand, and I'm going to do the same thing. So there is the main part of the hand here, and then I'm going to use rectangular shapes to show you where the fingers go, and I'm just going to divide those shapes in half. And because I'm drawing lightly, I can erase these lines later. So let's give some final lines here. Guys, if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to draw with me on some other videos, I've got some down here for you. I want to thank you so much for drawing with me. And until the next video, we'll see you later.